Ready to hit your goals even faster and get to those 5-year goals in the next 6 months? Well, in this training, I'm going to break down for you how you can actually fast track those results and stop working on the wrong things that aren't actually moving your business forward. I'm going to break down how you can identify the constraints in your business so you can actually solve the right problems at the right time to create the right results. And let's get real. You're a smart entrepreneur. You look for those growth opportunities in your business. You see the marketing trends and what's happening in your market, and you evaluate where your business wants to go, and you try to plan for it accordingly. But somehow you're still getting stuck in what we call fix it mode, right? And it can feel super frustrating and expensive and time consuming to constantly find yourself fixing one problem after the next. And this is what I see so many established business owners go through, whether that's scaling to their first 6 figures or scaling to their next 8 figures. They come into a point of where they get stuck in what I call triage mode. Triage mode looks like solving one problem only for the next one to show up, and then you fix that and so on and so forth, because you're solving the problem that you think is what's causing the biggest constraint in your business. And you're left kind of stuck figuring out why things aren't working, maybe not as well as you want or as quickly as you want. And let's be honest, you're doing all the right things. So why aren't you getting where you want to be? So in this training, I'm going to show you how you can diagnose the right constraints in your business so you can start solving the right problems right now and get the right results even faster. And I'm talking about hitting your 5-year goals in the next 6 months, or finally creating the set it and forget it systems that allow you to actually hand off pieces of your business to your team and take a month-long vacation, or finally moving out of growth mode of constantly building and into scale mode where things are just taking off and you're amplifying what's already working. But before I jump in, my name is Naz Echeverry. I'm a business growth strategist and 18-year marketing expert. I help coaches, consultants, and healers be able to build a set it and forget it system that allows them to be able to take their lurkers and cold leads into premium paying clients in just 7 days using a Netflix inspired system called the EasyS method. So let's jump in. Okay. This training, I'm going to go over 3 things. Number 1, I'm going to talk about how you can understand the 3 constraints that all business owners face at some given point in their business. Number 2 is we're going to talk about how to identify which constraint is the problem that you have and is causing the bottleneck in your business right now. And number 3, we're going to talk about why there's one system that fixes all of those constraints in just one fell swoop. So let's talk about the 3 constraints that all business owners face at some given point. So these 3 constraints are leads, conversions, delivery. At any given point in time, your business is going to have this constraint, maybe one at a time or all at once. And honestly, if we don't understand the constraints, we can't fix them. So let me break down what each of these looks like and why they happen to us. So number 1 is leads. Leads is one of those constraints that everyone thinks they have, and it's the number 1 most attractive issue to fix. So what you want to understand is leads, and understanding how we fix the constraint of leads is about knowing how we actually get our foot in the door. It spans from how you create visibility all the way to how you get in front of new people daily, all the way up to how people see you and take the first step to saying yes to you. Okay. This is about attention. This is about how you get attention, how you keep attention, how you direct it. Okay. When you understand that leads are all about attention and how you get it, how you keep it, and how you direct it, that's what you need to understand. The biggest things that happen when this isn't working is our message isn't working, how we're positioned in the market isn't working, or we don't have a sound visibility strategy that allows us to get in front of new people every single day, and not just new people, but the right people. So that's constraint number 1. Constraint number 2, conversions. Okay. This is the biggest one. This is the one that's going to hurt your pocketbook more than anything else, is not having the right conversion strategy that allows you to grow your business. This is how we get people to commit. It spans from how you create them quick and meaningful relationships, all the way to how you actually position yourself as a solution and get people to commit to saying yes, not now, but also in the future as well. This is all about how you take that attention that we've created from leads and turn it into action, how you get people to feel seen and heard, and how you get people to finally make decisions and ultimately say yes to you. Now, again, this is really important because I see a lot of people skipping around, going from leads and not realizing that conversions is one of the biggest issues in most businesses. And I'm going to tackle how this actually comes up. Now, the 3rd and final constraint is delivery. This is how you keep people. This is how we actually give them results and retain them. Okay. It spans from how you introduce results to your clients all the way to how you support them long-term and how you keep them motivated and committed to the results and to you. So this is about results, right? It's how you structure it, how you drive results, and how you proactively scale those results. So now that we've talked about the 3 biggest constraints that come up with any business owner, what we need to look at is how do you know which constraint your business is actually facing right now? So here's the deal. Most people are solving the wrong problem. And oftentimes it's that they're solving the lead problem. They feel like, gosh, if I could just get more people to know me, have more people in my world, then I would have more clients, more results, more of everything. Truth of the matter is, leads are usually the last thing that we fix, and oftentimes the thing that you don't have the biggest problem with, okay? So let's break it down and talk about this. It's important for us to understand looking at the constraints in your business starts by doing everything in reverse, okay? Most marketers are so focused on teaching you how to market before you actually solve the right problem. And it's totally wrong. And it actually causes way more issues for you and puts you into mode of, again, triage, fixing one problem after the other. When we look at things in reverse, it means that we're going to look at your delivery as the number one thing that we want to fix before we fix anything else. This means that if you're fixing the wrong problem in your business, most likely your entire business is built on a shaky foundation and everything is going to become hard. All the way from marketing becomes hard because you can't clearly share a message if you don't actually understand the result that you're giving to your clients. Sales becomes exhausting and time consuming because it feels like you're selling an idea and not a solution. And honestly, you get into convincing mode of telling people why this is the right solution for them, trying to convince them on a call that they should work with you, and constantly handling objections, okay? And then the delivery starts to fall apart. So your business is actually going to become really freaking hard because you're bringing in clients who maybe don't do the work, or they default on payments or ask for refunds, and they exhaust you more than anything else. So that's why I always tell people when we look at what constraint to fix, we always start by evaluating in reverse what's the biggest constraint that they have and looking at their delivery system. Conversions are the next piece. So when you're looking, so just to recap, when we're looking at our business from the standpoint of delivery, we want to be able to look at what is going to work, okay? So you want to be able to understand, can you get your clients results? Once you've gotten clients results, one client gets results, we have to now be able to say, can I do that consistently? Can I repeat it at scale? Because here's the deal. If you get one client results, amazing, right? It's incredible. You're supporting them, you're helping them, you're working hand in hand with them. But then when you go to supporting 5 clients or 10 clients or 20 clients or 30 clients and supporting at scale, can your delivery system still support them in getting the same consistent results so that they're still happy? They're still shouting from the rooftops. They're still marketing your business for you, and you're still able to return them. If the answer is no, that you don't think you could be able to repeat that at scale without having to try and duplicate yourself or fall apart at the seams, then your number one problem you should be fixing in your business is your delivery system. Now let's move on to the next one. Now you can get results. You know that you're doing it amazingly. You're getting it at scale. You know that whether you're working with 1 client or 100, you're able to support that same consistent results. Now we got to look at the conversions, okay? I say this a lot, but I need you to hear this. If I brought you 100 leads on your doorstep, how many of those could you convert to a client? Okay. If you don't know the answer to this question, or if you feel overwhelmed by that idea of that question, listen to when I say we need to focus on conversions in your business. Conversions are the magic, not leads. Okay. Because taking 20 sales calls only to convert 1 or 2 of those into clients means that you're working harder than you actually need to be to grow your business. And in order to scale that, you're always going to play the numbers game. So let me put in this perspective to you. Okay. Let's say that we're converting only 1 to 2 clients out of 20 calls. What that means now is if we wanted to now start signing 10 clients into your business, we want to scale that and be able to support more clients and serve them at a higher level. Now you have to take 200 calls just to convert 10 of them, which means you're throwing resources. I'm talking time, money, team. They're all being monopolized because your business gaps weren't solved appropriately. So one of the biggest things I see business owners doing is that they fix the lead problem before they fix the conversion problem. And then their business can't actually handle the scalability that they want to be able to achieve. So again, if we're looking at it from a conversion standpoint, look at this and say, if I were to say how many of my conversations turn into clients, right now, if you said 1 or 2 and we wanted to 10x that, would it be feasible for your business? If the answer is no, and you're saying, no, Naz, I cannot get on 200 calls only to convert 10 of them, then it's time to rework and redefine what your conversion strategy looks like, because right now you have a conversion problem, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 of identifying where your your break and constraint in your business is finally the one that everyone tries to focus on in the first place is leads. Now, here's the deal. Leads are definitely an important part of our business. We know that it can be the lifeline of what we're doing is being able to have people coming in, having a pipeline full of people. The problem is leads aren't about quantity, it's about quality. And I know this gets really backwards in the business world, and the online business world is teaching you to play this numbers game. But the truth of the matter is, if you have 100 bad leads, then you're doing so much extra work and it's not really worth it. Versus if you had 10 really amazing leads that were quality leads that actually converted into clients, you would be doing less work and your business becomes more scalable without having to put so much resources into it. So what we want to be able to look at is if we now know we can deliver results at scale. We've looked at the delivery. We know we can maintain that and deliver it at scale. And we know we can convert our clients at scale. We've got a system that allows us to do that consistently. Even if we 10x that, would we be able to deliver that and still create those conversions? Now it's time to look at leads at scale, okay? Now, the goal of this is to realize that sales, conversions are happening way before sales calls, okay? If you are getting on sales calls and that is your formula for conversions, then that's a problem in and of itself. All the way at the beginning of how we get introduced to our clients is literally our sales process, because marketing and sales are something that have to work together. With that knowledge, we always want to look at, again, our leads from a quality standpoint over the quantity standpoint. Getting quality leads means that your entire process works more efficiently, and it gives you faster conversions and better clients with less stress to you and your team and less of a hit to your time and your money. So I really want you to think about that, okay? When we're looking at our leads, if you're not getting quality leads and it's taking a lot of effort and time to convert those leads, it's time to reevaluate your messaging strategy and your visibility strategy, because those are the things that are going to determine what type of leads we bring into our business. A lot of times people think about it as a vehicle. Maybe I'm on the wrong platform. Maybe I need to do better targeting. And all of those things are great, but at the end of the day, it's your message that's going to carry you to being in front of the right people. Think of it this way. If you are in the room of thousands and thousands of people, it's your message that's the beacon to attracting the right people to you. If you have the wrong message, you're attracting the wrong people, and therefore you're creating a lot more work in your business. So being able to identify the lead problem means that we're going to look back at our messaging, our positioning, and our visibility to identify where the biggest opportunities in that are. Now, if you noticed, I've given you the breakdown of the 3 biggest constraints. Now, once we understand what those constraints are, understanding the subset of what needs to happen in order to achieve that, now that's where the real work happens. And here's the truth. I can't break it all down for you in one video because it really depends on your business, what you're doing, and what your goals are in order for us to be able to identify that. But I do want you to understand that there's no one-size-fits-all strategy that fits any business. Whether you're struggling with leads or you're struggling with conversions or delivery, or maybe a combination of all 3 of those, you need to understand that what needs to happen is be able to not only identify the problem, but now be able to find how we can actually solve for that. Now, the first problem really is that most people are solving the wrong problem. So this training should give you enough for you to be able to identify where the problem really is. Once you've identified that, it's now looking at how can I actually solve this problem in a way that's going to work for me without doing the most amount of work, okay? So next up, what we want to get into is, now that we've learned how we can fix all of those problems and understand what those are, what I want to really break it down to is how you can leverage one system to be able to fix all of those problems for you all at once. Because here's the deal. Most people still get stuck in the fact of maybe they're fixing one piece because that's the problem right now, but then the other piece stops working and then the other piece. So it means that they're still in that triage mode when they're doing that. Reality is, when we're looking at client acquisition, it really is a start to finish process. And in order to get the results that you want, so you can finally set it and forget it, you actually need one system that allows you to solve all those problems at once. So I'm going to break down for you how you can leverage this one system and how it works to actually solve that complete problem that you have and tackles those 3 constraints in your business. Now, if you haven't guessed it, it's my easy-ass method. Now, here's how it looks, okay? You need to be able to have the messaging, positioning, and visibility that allows you to get in front of the right audience and bring in the right leads to your business. This looks like you not just working on quantity, but focusing on the quality of their leads, but also being able to target the right premium clients. When we talk premium clients, we're talking about the people with the high level of intent. So if you knew how to actually target those right people and had the message that allowed you to carry that attention over into an action, Now you have people moving forward and into the next step of conversion. This is why my EZS method works better than anything else out there. What we do is we develop proprietary methodology. Proprietary methodology allows you now to create demand versus chasing demand. Simply put, this is your way of not having to stand out in the crowd, but instead be able to be the only solution that's incomparable to anything else, because you're no longer becoming just one of many. You're the only solution because you've created an innovative solution in the marketplace. This is how we do this, and we develop that proprietary methodology alongside with a messaging strategy and a positioning strategy, as well as your visibility strategy, so that you're getting in front of the right people and moving that attention in the right direction. Short version, my clients are able to 5 to 10x their price points. They have clients actually coming to them versus them chasing that demand. Now, step 2 is, again, conversion, right? Looking at it from a conversion standpoint, you need a process that allows you to get removed out of the whole process and create conversions on the back end of your business. This is why my bingeable authority system is exactly that. It leverages the power of what Netflix does so well to get people hooked on TV shows they just now found out about and turning them into raving fans. I took the same idea and same methodology and built what I call the bingeable authority system. Bingeable authority system, straightforward, is literally a way for you to pre-sell your clients. Now, a lot of sales strategies out there are great, but they actually require you to do a lot of selling. And I don't know about you, but I'm not really interested in selling and convincing people. So instead, I developed a pre-selling system. What a pre-selling system does is it allows your audience, the right people coming into your world, to now be able to go through your sales process and be able to be pre-sold on working with you by them being able to get all the information that's necessary in order to make the decision based on your proprietary methodology. So what we've done is we've literally removed you out of all that convincing phase and made it so that now your sales calls are simply a formality where people are getting on because they already know they want to say yes. They're just wondering what the next step is. My pre-sold client acquisition system, aka the bingeable authority system, allows you to take those cold leads who are coming into your world, the attention that you've created, and now be able to convert them on the back end of your business. So they're coming out the other side in as little as 48 hours, pre-sold on working with you because they fully understand what it is you do, how you do it, and why that's the innovative solution in your marketplace. Again, shortcuts the entire process, positions you as the only solution, and creates innovation in the market space so that they're no longer comparing you to every other option out there, which is the biggest reason why people don't buy. Step number 3 is delivery. Now, because what we do is focus on how we actually sell methodology versus an offering, your offering now takes a totally different stance in your business. Used to be that you looked at your offering from a standpoint of how marketable was it? How sexy was it? How many features and benefits did it have? How many calls, etc. And honestly, when we get into that mode of selling the offer, what ends up happening is we start to look like everybody else because they all start to run together to look like another feature and benefit, another call. When we focus on talking about offers from the standpoint of the results and instead sell the methodology, what ends up happening is not only can we replace all of our sales and marketing systems with just one system, but now our offering is really taking the role of results. Meaning we look at our offering from how it can create a delivery system that creates results for your clients at scale, but also does so without you being so involved in the process and allows you to retain your clients long-term. Because here's the deal. If your business can't support clients at scale, meaning they're not getting amazing results, and your business is kind of dead in the water and it's not going to move forward. This is exactly why the EZS method is the only system of its kind to be able to support you and your business from start to finish, to identifying those gaps, filling for those gaps, and developing a systemized and strategic approach to sustainable growth. So if you want to learn more about how the EZS method can work for you, and we can actually get on a call one-to-one and speak together about how we can actually understand where the biggest gaps are and where the constraints in your business are, so we can identify the opportunities, I want to invite you to hop on a blueprint call with me. On this call, I'm going to go through and look at your current client acquisition, look at the opportunities you have, share those with you, but also share with you how my EZS method can work for you. So if you're ready to scale your business to 6, 7, 8 figures, then go ahead and book your blueprint call so we can identify where those biggest constraints are so you can start hitting those 5-year goals in the next 6 months.